don't know me, my name is Shish and I make videos on fashion, beauty and more, and today's video is going to be the third in my kind of breast reduction journey series of videos I have on my channel. If you haven't seen the first two, I will link them down below. It's my kind of 1 month update, which includes all of the vlog footage up until my surgery, and then the other one is kind of my prep videos, so like all the stuff that I bought to prepare and also what is in my hospital bag. But for this video it's going to be my 3-month update, which I honestly cannot believe that it's already 3 months since I had the surgery. It's honestly just surreal. I feel like time has gone by so quickly, and yeah, so I'm just going to let you know how I'm feeling, talk more in depth about my scar treatment and how that's going, and then, you know, just everything else up until now. In terms of how I'm feeling right now, I honestly am feeling really great. I don't have, you know, any of the like bruising pain feeling. That is all completely gone. My back pain that I used to have pre-op again is completely gone, but I do now have some slight back pain from how I had been sleeping, which I'll get into a bit more. But otherwise, yeah, everything is feeling pretty good. I will say that my areolas themselves are very sensitive to the touch. They feel quite bruised still, which honestly I was kind of thinking would go at the same time as the rest of the pain everywhere else, but I mean, it's only really when I'm, you know, massaging the scars that I can feel it and it's a bit tender and sore, but otherwise, yeah, I'm feeling feeling good. I am having what is referred to as like zingers or zappers, so it's shooting pain that almost feels like there's lightning going off inside, but I have been told that that's basically just a sign that the nerves are reattaching and that everything is healing and doing its thing. So those were definitely a bit more common, I'd say, in like the first month or two, and now they're kind of very sporadic, you know, maybe one every couple of days or so, but I mean, when they happen it's just like, oh, like ow. But yeah, other than that, not really experiencing pain. Yeah. Now, sleeping is one of the things that I really wanted to touch on in this video, because I think I had kind of maybe mentioned it very briefly in my other 2 videos and kind of shown you what my sleeping setup was going to be, but I haven't actually talked about my experience of sleeping post-op. You would have seen my sleeping setup in the other videos, and so I was kind of sleeping on like an incline with the pregnancy pillow on either side of me. And you know, it felt like sleeping on a cloud for like the first couple of weeks. It was really great. I felt supported, and you know, it was nice. I didn't roll onto my side or my front when I had that set up, so that was kind of the main goal for me. But I'd say probably from about 3 to 4 weeks probably like, yeah, like around 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks post-op, I was starting to get some pain from sleeping on my back for so long. And a lot of people I'd seen had spoken about getting lower back pain, but actually for me it was upper back pain. So kind of in between, it kind of felt like in between like the lower part of my shoulder blades. It felt almost like locked in place when I would wake up each morning and I would kind of try and stretch things out. I was very conscious of the fact that I didn't want to put, you know, any unnecessary tension on my scars while they were healing. So I wasn't really able to do a lot of the stretches that I was hoping to in order to make things feel better. So yeah, that's kind of the one pain that I'm really dealing with at the moment. I mean, it's nothing compared to the pain that I used to have before pre-op. And I'm so grateful to not have that anymore, but it's more so kind of a tightness that I think will go away with you know, proper stretching like yoga, physiotherapy. So it's nothing, you know, crazy, but that is just one thing that I thought I would mention. I started sleeping on my side it was around 6.5 weeks post-op. That's when I really felt comfortable enough to do that, and when I didn't have any kind of pain on my sides, because yeah, at 6 weeks post-op it still kind of felt like a bit bruised and painful on my sides, not so much on my front, but yeah, just like right here. And so I felt more comfortable and able to try sleeping on my side at 6.5 weeks And yeah, I mean, I was originally in the middle of the pillow and just kind of had the sides of it supporting whatever, you know, breast was being slept on, I suppose. And then I first woke up on my front 7 weeks post-op, and honestly, when I realized, I was like looking at my pillow and it was flat on my front, I like startled because I was so scared. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna mess up the healing, something bad is gonna happen. But I mean, I didn't have any pain, like it felt fine, and I honestly, I guess it was just my body's way of telling me that it was okay to sleep on its front again. That being said, I haven't kind of just gone on my front. I'm starting to sleep on my side, but I'm not using the pregnancy pillow anymore. That's now in storage, and yeah, I'm sleeping a lot better now. On to scar treatment. So my scar kind of treatment really started at around 6 weeks post-op. Yeah, it was 6 weeks post-op. That's when everything had kind of healed on the outside at least, and it felt safe to start massaging everything. And so I started off using bio oil because that was one of the things that my surgeon had recommended and had said that a lot of women like to use on treating their scars. But I had a bit of a reaction, so I put it on, and then a couple of minutes later, like, it was really itchy, but not kind of like the itchy of like, you know, when you have a scar that's healing, and that kind of itchy. It was like almost burning, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I think this is the bio oil. And I was really shocked because I've used bio oil on other parts of my body before and I've never really had a reaction. Scarred skin is more sensitive than the skin on other places of your body, so it just didn't work out for me. So instead I have been using Palmer's cocoa butter formula, which is infused with vitamin E. So it's just like the solid formula. It looks like this and smells heavenly. But yeah, I use this all over my body anyway, so you know, it wasn't, I already had some, it wasn't hard to find, and you can just get it at like Boots or, you know, wherever. So what I have been doing is massaging my scars 3 times a day with this stuff, and I massage pretty firmly on, I mean, I don't know if this will translate on camera, but it's like a real kind of like firm pressure on there on each side for 5 minutes. And yeah, I do that 3 times a day. Fortunately, I work from home at the moment, so I am able to do it 3 times a day, but obviously, I mean, it's difficult if you're not working from home at the moment to, you know, get time to massage your scars at work. But yeah, I have been using this and I really love it. Then to tape my scars at night, I have been using the Methatac soft silicone tape. Now this stuff is, I mean, it's not cheap, it's obviously more expensive than micropore tape, but it is reusable, so it can go a long way. So this is basically what it looks like. It's very soft, it's, you know, pliable, and I just use this to tape my T-scar incision. So what I do is I have 2 pieces for the underside, so that kind of lets me curve it around, and then 1 piece down like this. And I really like this tape, I can't complain. I haven't had any reactions or anything like that to it, and it has really helped with kind of easing any, you know, tension from the scars while they're healing, and that's something that I was, you know, really concerned with, and it has kept them flat as well. I have never keloided before, but I also have never had incisions this deep before, so, you know, anything could happen. But thankfully I have had scars that are pretty much completely flat. Like the ones going down are completely as flat as the rest of the skin all around it, and then the ones on the underside are the slightest bit raised, but I mean, you can't really see it when looking at them. It's only when I'm like massaging them deeply that I can feel that. But I mean, you can only really see the scar that peeks out here, but my surgeon didn't come like all the way around, so it is hidden by like bras and bikinis and like all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be able to put a picture of the scars in this video just because I don't want it to get flagged, but maybe what I'll do is kind of have like some color references on the side. hyperpigmentation is just a part of my reality as a melanated woman. Like, I have hyperpigmentation when I scar. It was something that I was always expecting, but to be honest, I've been very pleasantly surprised with how they've been looking. I was expecting them to be a lot darker than they actually are, and you know, I'm really happy with how they have been looking so far. I'm probably gonna keep taping until at least 6 months post-op, and then in terms of massaging, I think I'm just gonna keep going for, and maybe even up to a year, maybe longer. I don't know, but I really just want to make sure I'm properly breaking down all of that dense and tough scar tissue that's formed and is forming at the moment, and hopefully that, you know, will make the result even better. Kind of circling a little bit back to the topic of sleeping, from 6 weeks post-op, that was when I was cleared to not have to sleep in the compression bra anymore, and he said that I could switch to something like a softer bralette or a vest top. So I got these little bralettes from, oh well, the strap has come off this one, my bad, but they're from, I think the brand is called Magic, and they're these really soft bralettes made with bamboo, and they are so soft and comfy. Like, honestly, such a dream to sleep in. And I have this pink one, and then also this brown one, which is like more kind of a nudie color for me. But yeah, they're super comfy. And then I also got this one, which is from the same brand, but it just has like the thicker straps. I would say I probably prefer to sleep in this one, but I mean, these ones are super comfy too, and like the straps don't dig in or anything, but yeah, it's just nice to have a bit of a thicker strap to sleep in. They do all come with cups on the inside, but they are removable here, and yeah, I just took them out because I don't really need to, you know, sleep with cups on there. But yeah, I really like these, so I will link them down below in case you're interested. This one and this one I got from Zalando, and then this one I got from ASOS. I have gone braless twice, and it was, I mean, it was only for a couple of hours both times, but it was glorious. Like, I have not been able to do that since before puberty. It was just so wonderful to not have kind of that strain on my neck and my back anymore, and you know, for things to still be perky and, you know, all that jazz. So I'm just so happy. In terms of nipple sensitivity, now, as I said before, like around my areola is very sensitive and like sore to the touch, and the nipples themselves, they were reactive to like temperature changes and all of that kind of stuff from like around 2 weeks post-op, and then they kind of got back to their normal sort of, you know, like reactions or whatever, probably from like around 4 weeks post-op. But in terms of like the actual feeling of the nipple itself, it's still not 100% there. I'd say it's quite faint, but again, it's hard to tell because the surrounding area is so sensitive. So I'm not 100% sure, but that's kind of like how everything is feeling there. In terms of bra size, so I started off as a 34GG and I'm currently a 36E. Now, I had asked my surgeon to be like a large D, small C. So obviously hearing E, you're like, what the actual? But looking at my chest and how much smaller it is than what I had before, honestly, like, well, number one, it's only 3 months post-op and swelling is still going to continue to go down for up to a year, so not too fast in terms of that, but also just in terms of how they look. I feel like they suit my body so much more. They feel a lot more proportional. They look pretty itty bitty compared to what I had before, and to be honest, if they stayed how they are right now, I would be pretty over the moon. I've never really been that concerned about needing to be this letter size and needing my bras to be, you know, this letter size. For me, it was just about not having back pain anymore and having something that I felt like better suited my frame. And in terms of that, I am so unbelievably happy. I will re-measure myself again. I did use the Bra That Fits calculator, which is amazing. Would definitely recommend it, because obviously, you know, we can't get measured in store anymore because of the pandemic. But yeah, that's what things are looking like right now, so I will keep you updated at 6 months. Hello, so it is a different day, as you can probably tell. It is 1 week after my official 3-month date, and today is going to be my post-op, well, my 3-month post-op appointment with my surgeon. It's a week after because that's just the next time he had free in his clinic. But yeah, so I will recap everything that we discussed coming up, but yeah, the footage you would have just seen before, that was taken on the exact day, the exact 3-month mark. So yeah, anyway, I will update you now. I've just gotten back from my 3-month post-op appointment, which went really well. It only took around like half an hour. So first thing was having my photographs taken. So the same photographer who took my photos pre-op took my photos now, and then I went in to see him. We just chatted for a while, and then he was asking me how I was feeling, whether I was happy with everything, and I had any concerns, and I said, well, I'm super happy with the size, with the shape, how everything has healed up, which he was pleased to hear. Then he gave me a bit of privacy just to take off like my upper garments, like my top and my sports bra that I'm wearing, and then came back in with the nurse to just examine things, and he was really happy with how it was looking and also how it was feeling. He said it had softened up really nicely and that there wasn't really any of that kind of hard tissue in there anymore, and no lumps, which was good. Yeah, that was really good. And then I just got redressed, and then after that he was just asking if I had any questions, and to be honest, I didn't really have that many. The 2 things I asked were, number 1, was he happy with how everything was looking, and he's like, would I be discharged after this? And he said yes, 100%. And then the second question that I asked was, when would he think it would be safe to wear underwire bras? And to be honest, I'm not in a rush to wear any, but I am, you know, just curious, and I thought it would be good information to put in this video. And so he said 3 months is usually when he would suggest that you could do that, but it may still be quite uncomfortable on the scars. So he suggested before going out and spending the day in an underwire bra, if you have a day where you're at home, try it on there, see how it feels for a few hours, and then you can determine whether or not it's something you'd feel comfortable wearing outside of the house. So yeah, that was everything, and yeah, I'm happy. So I think that is everything for this video. If there was anything that you wanted me to touch on, if there are any questions you have, please ask. You can leave a comment down below. You can reach out to me on Instagram, Twitter, like send me a DM in either of those places, and I will definitely get back to you. In the meantime, between my videos, you can catch up with me on Instagram, which is at Peony and Cream, on my Twitter too, which is the same handle, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.